What's up everyone, Darcblade here with a quick information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests for Monster Hunter Wilds. This also contains a little bit of information about miscellaneous news and is for the week starting the 24th of September 2025. So let's jump into this. First of all, in regards to miscellaneous news, well, there's a little bit of information that has been revealed via the guild updates that they post over on their socials. Guild updates are normally teases what they have coming with various updates. Now, I don't normally cover these, but there has been a few interesting ones, namely the fact that we're going to get more control over our Palico in terms of whether they use their support moves or not. There's also going to be a bit of fine tuning in regards to when they heal you, prioritizing that over certain other moves, as well as toning down how frequently they talk and such. There's also new content in the way of some more 9-star monsters, which include the likes of Ajarakan, Blangonga, and Guardian Fogel Anjanath. There is also going to be changes when it comes to the event quests, which does put in question how useful these videos will be going forward. Leave your comments down below in that regards, but certain quests are going to be made permanent, namely the quests that yield ore as well as armor spheres. They are going to be put into rotation more often, the event quests that give meal ingredients, but to be honest, most of the time when it comes to ingredients and the food we cook, we're going to be using the Grand Hub's canteen. So it feels a little pointless, I guess? I don't know. I know it allows us to control our buffs a little bit more, but there's nothing that I would consider essential that you get from the food that you can cook by yourself, but that's just me. I could be wrong. Finally, in regards to miscellaneous news, today we have a Capcom presentation that's taking place at 3 PM UK time, and basically Title Update 3 is going to be shown off during this presentation along with other Capcom games. I'll be streaming it over on my Twitch, so don't forget to check it out if you're interested. But anyway, let's move on to talk about this week's limited bounties. As always, these can be found by talking to the support Palico at the support desk or in your menus. This week we have the following. First of all is to complete 5 quests ranked 1 star or higher. This means pretty much any quest. And for doing so, you'll get some Armor Sphere Plus. Next up is to complete 3 quests in the basin, the Oil Well Basin. Again, these can be done at any rank, and for doing so, you'll get a silver melding ticket and some advanced armor spheres. Next up is to hunt 5 large, high-rank brute wyverns, which pretty much there aren't that many of them in this game. Rompopolo is what comes to mind, and for doing so, you'll get a silver relic ticket and hard armor spheres. Next up is to hunt 3 tempered monsters ranked 5-star or higher, and for doing so, you'll get some Orichalcite, a heavy armor sphere, and a pick a meal voucher that you can use in the canteen. And then finally is to complete 1 quest ranked 9-star or higher. And for doing so, you'll get a silver talisman ticket that can be used at the Elder Melder in regards to making a random talisman, and some more pick a meal vouchers. You also have new limited bounties for the arena, fishing, and endemic life. If you want to take part in those, they can yield various ancient coins and armor sphere rewards. As for the event quests we have this week, well, it's a little bit of a quiet week in all honesty. Of course, we still have the permanent event quests that give us the Arch-Tempered Raid Dao and Arch-Tempered Ufduna, but we've covered those multiple times in other videos. What do we have this week in terms of event quests? Well, first of all, the claws are out. A 6-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 31 or above, and has players taking on a Tempered Guardian Ebony Dogoron in the ruins of Wyveria. Nothing too special about the monster itself, but for completing this quest, you'll get toe bean tickets. These can be taken to the blacksmith, and from there you're able to craft the toe bean mittens, a cute armor set for your hands. Next up is Romping Around, a 4-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 9 or above, and has players taking on a Rompopolo in the Oil Well Basin. Nothing super special about this monster again, but for completing this quest you're rewarded with quite a few ingredients for your own meals, namely shrimp. Next up is Kongalala Cravings, a 4-star high rank quest that again requires hunters to be hunter rank 9 or above, and has players taking on a Kongalala in the Scarlet Forest. Again, nothing special about the monster, but you're rewarded with quite a few ingredients for your cooking as a reward, namely mushrooms. And then finally is Stalker Supper, a 4-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 9 or above, and has players taking on a Chematrice in the Windward Plains. Again, nothing special about the monster, but you're rewarded with more cooking ingredients, namely cheese. So that's about it for all the normal event quests. As you can see, they're all themed around getting your own ingredients. You also still have the arena challenge quests in the form of Event Mark of a True King, a 4-star high rank quest that requires players to take on a Rathalos in the Wounded Hollow, and event Ignition to the top. A 4-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 16 and has players taking on a Chemetrice in the Wounded Hollow. Both of these special events are tied to the US and France championships. That is an esports thing. Basically, these being in the game are a way for players to practice, or if you want to test your mettle, there's no real tangible rewards for these two hunts. But that's about it for this week's event quests and limited bounties. A very quiet week in all honesty. However, we do have the potential that Title Update 3 is coming really soon. We're bound to get a release date during the Capcom event later today, and I suspect that Title Update 3 will come on the 30th of September. But what are your thoughts? Please leave a comment down below, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing a quick information video for Monster Hunter Wilds. Hope you enjoyed it, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.